episode 13 of the Omaha Dreams podcast, hosted by
Brendan Young, career 300 high school hitter, zero-star baseball recruit, and Connor Heilman, the all-time leader in Little League walks, eyes like a hawk, but he ain't built like one.
As you guys can probably see, it's a little bit lighter, and you're like, did they get one of those like ring lights? No, we did not. We're recording in the AM.
First time ever.
Yeah, how you feeling?
Tired.
Same.
A little groggy.
Let's get into it, though. We're going to move into week 8 midweek wrap-up, and then we're going to do week 8 preview, or weekend 8 preview. So let's start with the midweek wrap-up. Tuesday, 9 Ole Miss versus 18 Southern Miss. This game was at Trustmark Park, your AA Braves stadium. I took Southern Miss. I think you did as well.
Yeah, I took Southern Miss.
Southern Miss wins it 10-7.
Yeah, I rode with my boys and they pulled through.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hayden Dunhurst, he hits the 3-run homer in the bottom of the second, and the Rebels jump out to an early lead. The Golden Eagles don't care at all and score another 3 in the half inning afterwards. That's pretty much the story of this game. Anytime Ole Miss scores, Southern Miss pretty much matches it or scores even more.
Yeah, in the top of the 8th, Southern Miss would get an RBI single from Christopher Sargent to tie it up. And then they would draw a walk, and on an 0-1 count, Danny Lynch, not Dustin Lynch, the singer, Danny Lynch would get a 3-run home run to get would be the go-ahead runs of the game. Southern Miss out hits Ole Miss in this one 14-6. Ole Miss had 3 errors. Southern Miss's 1, but I think only 1 was unearned. I do want to shout out Chandler Best, Southern Miss pitcher.
Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah, he was the best. He went 3 innings pitched, allowing 0 earned runs on 1 walk with 6 Ks in the middle of the game, I think. But a solid outing for him against Ole Miss.
Yeah, Southern Miss is 7-1 in their last 8 games, so they've been looking hot. They just entered the top 25 last week.
Just pick up their 20th win of the season, so they got Charlotte this weekend. I think you're going to cover that. So, Georgia at Clemson is next. I took Georgia. Did you take Georgia as well?
Yeah.
Well, we were wrong. Clemson wins this one 4-3.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, Clemson had a 3-1 lead going into the bottom of the 6th. Max Wagner would get a solo home run to right, which would prove to be the winning run. Georgia gets 2 more in the 7th, but the Tigers shut them out in the 8th and 9th. So I do want to give a shout out to these Clemson pitchers. The first guy, Billy Barlow, he goes 5, allows 1 earned run on 3 hits.
Name.
It is a nice name.
Billy Barlow.
Yeah. He has 1 walk, 5 Ks. He gets his first dub of the season, so shout out to him. Geoffrey. It's a real
Jeffrey.
Is it Jeffrey?
Yeah.
Even with the O?
Yeah.
That's so strange. Gilbert, he goes 3 innings pitched, allows 2 earned on 3 hits, a walk, 2 Ks, so not great. But then Ryan Ammons comes in the last inning, allows no base runners, gets a K to earn his 5th save of the season. So Clemson is going to have some momentum as they travel to South Bend to take on 13 Notre Dame. So we'll see how they do this weekend. But
yeah, well, you just already talked about my 2 honorable mention games. So
did I?
Yeah.
Well, you get to cover them. So go ahead.
Our next game was number 12 Louisville at Kentucky, little in-state matchup. Sadly, this one gets canceled, so we don't get to see the results on this one.
This one actually gets postponed, so we will get to see. I think they still have 2 games.
Gotcha. Do you know when it got postponed to?
It didn't say. I looked on the website, so
Gotcha.
I think they're still trying to figure that out. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a Tuesday matchup. If they do like a 2-game set, that would be absolutely
like Tuesday
electric.
and Wednesday.
Yeah,
that would be fun.
That would be cool.
Next game is going to be number 10 Texas State at Texas A&M. I took Texas State.
I did as well, but I remember you saying I could see Texas A&M screwing around and winning this game. And you know what they do?
They do it. Texas A&M wins this one 8-4. They like to play spoiler during the week, beating or upsetting teams. They have a great day. Jack Moss, he goes 3 for 5 with a double and a homer. I mean, this game wasn't really that close. It was 8-4.
I mean, the Aggies get a 3-1 lead in the 3rd, and then they don't give it up. Texas State has 3 errors to A&M's 1, but I think it maybe was 2 unearned runs. It wasn't anything that would have swung the game. So Baylor at 24 Dallas Baptist is the next game we got. I took Baylor here. I
Yeah,
think
you did.
Did you take Dallas Baptist?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, my picks this week were just not that good.
Did you go 1 for 4?
I went
1 for 3?
1 and 3. Yeah,
I mean, went 2 and 2. It's not that great, but
better than 1 and 3.
you.
Jeez. All right, well, let's get into it. Dallas Baptist wins it 11-6. The Patriots had a 1-0 lead that they would add two in the bottom of the third with 6 runs. 5 of these runs come from a 2-run home run from Ryan Robleski and a 3-run home run from George Spetch. I think I actually said his last name right, Robleski. I think that sounds right. So
I think so too.
I think I did good there. Baylor would rally and get 3 back in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, and will cut the lead to 1 with 2 runs in the 7th. But Dallas Baptist would get 4 insurance runs in the bottom half of the 7th and end this game. So
that's all she wrote.
Yeah. I don't really have anything else for this one, do you?
No.
All right.
Wait, actually I do.
Oh, go ahead.
2 guys in their lineup don't get a hit. They had a great offensive day. 2 guys don't get a hit, and 4 have multi-hit games.
Nice. So we do have a couple upsets. So I'm going to start with 11 Arizona at Arizona State. The Sun Devils win this one 10-6. They would have a 6-3 lead going in the bottom of the 5th. They get 4 more runs in this inning, 3 of which coming from a home run from Kai Murphy, which would score the tying and eventually winning runs.
Murph.
Arizona State would get 2 more insurance runs with 2 coming across in the 6th and 1 in the 8th. They out-hit the Wildcats 13-7. Arizona commits 3 errors in this game, which would account for 7 unearned runs.
Yeah.
So you can't win when that happens.
No, you can't.
Next game.
Also, another pendulum swing for Arizona.
Yeah, they just keep going like this, dude.
Back to the losing.
It's ridiculous. Next upset we got is for Texas Tech at Grand Canyon. The Lopes win this one 9-4. They take a 3-1 lead in the bottom of the 1st, and then they don't give that up. I want to shout out 2 guys real quick. Third baseman Dustin Crenshaw. I like that last name.
Mm-hmm.
He goes 2 for 3 with a walk, a double, and 3 RBIs. And then first baseman Tyler Wilson goes 3 for 5. He has a home run and 3 RBIs. And that's going to roll us into Wednesday, where Grand Canyon wins again.
Yeah.
They win 8-7. They
2
have
game sweep.
Yeah, they have an 8-2 lead going into the top of the 5th. A slopping inning almost allows an improbable comeback for Texas Tech as they scored runs. 2 errors account for 4 unearned runs. This game was sloppy in general. There was 7 combined errors.
Gross.
Yeah, it was disgusting. I do want to give a shout out to catcher Cy Snecker, who goes 3 for 4. He has a triple, home run, and 3 RBIs. And then the Lopes pitching staff, with exception to one dude, do great. They strike out 15 guys. Vince Riley comes in the 9th. He gives up 1 run on 2 hits, gets his 7th save of the season. So
yeah, I feel like you also can't really blame the weather on your sloppy play in Arizona.
No.
Where's that, Grand Canyon?
Yeah, Texas Tech is going to try to bounce back. They have Kansas State at home, so I think they'll be able to take at least 2 out of 3, but they're going to drop out of the top 5 for sure. Mm-hmm. And then Grand Canyon actually gets their 20th win of the season in this second game.
Could see them entering.
So the last game for the weekend or the midweek wrap up is South Carolina versus 22 North Carolina. This game was at Truist Field in Charlotte, North Carolina. South Carolina absolutely dominates. They win 15-2. The Gamecocks had an 8-2 lead going into the top of the 9th, where they put on 7 more runs. I think six of the runs come from singles. So
they were on a relay race out there.
They out-hit UNC 14-7. They also have 3 errors in this game, but they overcome that and absolutely dominate North Carolina, which will move us perfectly into the weekend preview as we have 22 North Carolina at 12 Louisville. North Carolina is 20-9. There's 6-6 in conference play. Louisville is 21-7. They're 7-2 in conference play. What are you thinking?
I've really liked Louisville a lot this year. Mm-hmm. I know their pitching is it sucks, if I'm being frank. Their offense is pretty lights out though.
Who's Frank?
The Tank.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah,
makes sense.
I think Louisville's resume is a little more impressive. I think UNC has some losses that are pretty glaring
Yeah.
against some good teams like Miami, Virginia, and South Carolina.
Hmm.
Louisville has they have some gross losses in one game to Lipscomb and then a series to Pitt, but they swept Notre Dame a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
They beat Michigan in a series and they beat TCU earlier in the year.
Yeah. Who are your players to watch?
For Louisville, I have Jack Payton. He's a sophomore catcher.
Okay.
He's leading the team in ABs right now, and he's hitting 400. So
Nice. For Louisville, I have Christian Napsky. He's a sophomore shortstop. Through 28 games, he's hit 355. He has a 496 on base percentage with 2 home runs and 15 RBIs. He leads the team in runs with 42, and he's second in stolen bases with 14. And I think we got to mention this guy because he's the stud. Ben Metzinger, he leads the team in home runs and RBIs. He's 12 home runs and 39 RBIs, respectively.
yeah, he's been raking.
Yeah, my pitcher for Louisville is going to be Michael Persecki, who I talk about a lot. He's the closer. It seems like he has 11 appearances, 6 saves. He's posted a 172 ERA over 15 and 2/3 innings with 23 Ks.
Jack Payton, my guy.
Yeah.
He leads the team in hits and doubles too. So
Nice.
UNC, my player is going to be Max Carlson. He's a sophomore right-handed pitcher. He's thrown 26 and 2/3 inning and posted a 2.36 ERA and a 1.01 WHIP. So he's been pretty effective this year.
Nice. For UNC, my hitter to watch is Vance Honeycutt, who I think I mentioned at some point. The freshman center fielder. He's gone through 29 games. He's hit 259, 363 on base percentage, but he has 8 home runs, 19 RBIs, and he has 19 stolen bases.
That's ridiculous.
The dude's a menace on the base path. My pitcher is
swiping him,
taking
swiping,
him.
no swiping.
Yeah, no, he is swiping. Sean Rapp, he's a sophomore lefty through 21 appearances. He has posted a 2.21 ERA over 20 and a third innings pitched with 33 Ks. So with all that stuff being said, who do you think is going to take this series?
I think Louisville's offense will get it done again, like they always do. I mean, their pitching is below average, but their offense is above average for sure. They can bang.
Yeah, I'm going to take Louisville 2 out of 3 as well. I'm assuming that's what you're taking.
Yeah.
UNC has not been playing well. They're 2-6 in the last 8. I think Louisville's hitting is going to take it over the edge as well.
Yeah, it's not like UNC's pitching is like something crazy either.
No, I think they definitely have the edge, as you said. They have a 3.44 ERA to Louisville's 4.82. So
yeah, but that's like their numbers aren't like blowing you out of the water. Like
no.
It's not like they have 2 studs that are gonna shut Louisville down on Friday and Saturday night.
Yeah, absolutely not. Next game we got is 3 Virginia at 8 Miami. Virginia is 26-3. They're 9-3 in conference play. Miami is 23-6. They've won 10 straight. They're 10-2 in conference play. What do you think?
Virginia's really good, man.
Yeah, I think Virginia has the edge in everything.
Yeah,
they're a good squad.
Their resume is also a little more impressive. They haven't really lost. They've lost 3 games, but they were all like in a series. They haven't swept anybody, I don't think. But they have wins against Wake Forest, Georgia Tech, Liberty, and they don't have any glaring losses.
Yeah.
Miami's beaten Clemson, which, I mean, they are wish-wash. Same with UNC, who they swept. And then they lost to Florida, who hasn't been looking great either.
Yeah.
Who
are your players to watch?
For Virginia, it's Jake Geloff. I feel like that's a very obvious answer.
Yeah.
He's hitting .437. Crazy.
Yep.
Hit 14 homers, leads the NCAA. Has 53 RBIs, leads the NCAA. Dude's really good.
He's a stud. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Griff O'Farrell, the freshman shortstop. Through 29 games, he's hit 357. He has a 467 on base percentage. He only has 1 home run, but he does have 25 RBIs, which is pretty impressive. He's second on the team in runs with 36 and second on the team with stolen bases. He has 11. My pitcher, still solid. My pitcher here is Jake Berry, the sophomore lefty. Through 11 appearances, has 2 starts. He's 4-0. He's gone 28 innings pitched, posting a 3.54 ERA, but he has 42 Ks in 28 innings pitched.
That's
which is
nasty.
gross. What about Miami? What do you think?
Miami, I have Jake Garland, sophomore right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, I think we talk about him a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we talk more about Carson Palmquist.
Yeah, I feel like they're both really good pitchers.
Yeah. And I feel like Garland's having a better year than Palmquist, a guy that we talk about more.
Yeah.
Garland's posted a 2.17 ERA and has a .94 WHIP, which is very impressive.
Yeah. I have a hitter and a pitcher as always. Dominic Vitelli is going to be my hitter. He's a sophomore shortstop. Through 29 games, he's hit 327. He's a 381 on base percentage. He has 6 home runs and 31 RBIs. He leads in both those categories, and he also leads in stolen bases with 8. My pitcher is going to be Andrew Walters, the sophomore righty. Through 12 appearances, has 9 saves, which is pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He's gone 16.2 innings pitched, posting a perfect 0 ERA with 31 Ks. What are you thinking?
Virginia obviously has an edge in pretty much all these categories.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be hard to pick against them, so I'm going with the Cavaliers.
Yeah, I think Virginia is definitely the better team. I'm gonna take Virginia too. I'm gonna take 2 out of 3. Miami's a hot tank coming in.
Yeah, they are for sure.
They're a caboose.
A wagon.
Some might say. I think they're going to be able to slow them down, but I think Miami's going to take at least 1. I wouldn't be surprised if they took it today, Friday. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Miami even took this series. I mean, Virginia hasn't really been shocked by anybody yet this year.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Miami, considering how hot they are.
Yeah, Miami is 15-4 at home. They're hot. I think Andrew Walters, the guy I mentioned, if he comes in, if they can keep it close, he comes in. He has all their saves so far this year. So he's their closer, and I think he can close it down.
Yeah.
So next game we got is 23 TCU at 7 Texas. TCU is 20-9. They're 6-3 in conference play. Texas is 22-9. They're 3-3 in conference play. What are you thinking?
Despite Texas looking really bad the past few weeks,
so is TCU.
Yeah, so is TCU. TCU really hasn't looked. I mean, their record is 29, but I feel like they just lose big games.
Yeah.
Like they haven't had a very strong schedule, but all their big teams that they play, they always lose.
Yeah.
They've lost to Cal, who isn't a phenomenal team out of the Pac-12. They lost to Kentucky. They lost a series to Kentucky. They lost 1 game to Louisville and Abilene Christian. They lost 1 game to UTSA, and they lost a series to West Virginia. My player for TCU is going to be Braden Taylor, a sophomore infielder. He's hitting 327 with a 1.054 OPS, and he's worked 35 walks, which leads the team.
Okay. I have Elijah Nunez. Through 29 games, he's hit 312. He has a 464 on base percentage. He has 1 home run and 15 RBI, so nothing too crazy, but he leads the team with 17 stolen bases.
It's nasty.
And then my pitcher is going to be River Ridings, who I talk about all the time. 12 appearances. He has 8 saves. He's put up a 2.38 ERA over 11 and 11 innings pitched with 13 Ks. So if they can keep it close, I think he'll be able to come in and shut it down.
That's where the problem's going to be, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll be able to keep it close.
Yeah, my hitter to watch, it's going to be Ivan Melendez, the Cuban Missile.
Same here.
He's always the guy we're mentioning. Through 31 games, he's hit 400. He has 13 home runs, 42 RBIs. Dude's just gross.
Yeah, I feel like every Texas game I watch, he hits a home run. So
Yeah.
I would expect at least 1 this weekend.
Yeah, my pitcher is going to be Luke Harrison. I think that's right. Yeah. Through 14 appearances, he has 2 saves, so nothing too crazy. He's gotten 17 innings pitched, posting a 2.65 ERA with 18 Ks. So
solid bullpen arm.
Yeah, he's a solid bullpen arm. I think you're always going to, with this pitching staff for Texas, Pete Hansen, he's gross. So maybe one day they don't have to use him, but they're going to have to use him at some point this weekend.
Yeah, I don't know how TCU is going to win this, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I'm taking Texas 2 out of 3, dude. Neither one of these teams are looking great coming into this series.
Yeah, I don't think that really, like how the how the team's been performing lately. I don't think it's going to have much of an impact.
Yeah, they're both 4-4 in their last 8, so it's similar. Texas is 11-2 at home though, and TCU's just not been impressive the past couple weeks. So
They haven't.
I think they'll steal one maybe, but I wouldn't even be surprised with Texas sweep here.
Alrighty, next game we're going to have is number 16 Vanderbilt at Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
Vanderbilt is 21-7, 4-5 in their conference. In their last 8, they've gone 3-5, and Auburn is 20-9, 5-4 in conference play, and 5-3 in their last 8 games.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Auburn has the slight edge in hitting. Vandy's the better pitching team. They're identical in the field.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm not really sure. Let's move to our players to watch.
Gotcha.
For Vandy, I have catcher Dominic Keegan, the senior, through 28 games. He's hit 424. He has a 496 on base percentage with 5 home runs and 28 RBIs. My pitcher is going to be Carter Holton. The freshman lefty through 7 starts is 4-2. He's a 3.89 ERA over 37 innings pitched with 56 Ks, and he's holding batters to a 174 average, which is gross.
It is. My player is going to be Devin Futtrell. He's a pitcher for. We were doing Vandy first, right? Or were we doing Auburn?
I did Vandy first.
Word. Devin Futtrell. I don't know how you say it. 2.27 ERA, 5 walks, a .188 opponent batting average, and 1 homer.
Okay. For Auburn, I have Sonny DiChieri.
I have him as well.
Yeah, the senior first baseman.
I would say Sonny DiChieri.
Okay. I like DiChieri better. It sounds good. But I think you're probably right.
DiChieri.
He basically leads the team in every category. Through 25 games, he's hit 457. He has a 607 on base percentage. He has 8 home runs and 26 RBIs. The dude's just gross.
Mm-hmm.
My pitcher is going to be Blake Burkhalter. The junior righty, through 13 appearances, has 6 saves. Over 21 and a third innings pitched, he has a 3.80 ERA with 29 Ks, but he has a whip of 0.7. So that's pretty gross. What are you thinking?
So the resumes, I feel like Auburn's resume is a little more impressive. Actually, I don't know, man. Vandy has some tough, like they've lost some series, but they've been against tough opponents.
Yeah.
Auburn's losses aren't really that impressive to me.
Yeah.
They lost 1 game to Oklahoma. They lost a series to Middle Tennessee. They lost a series to Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
And they lost they lost 1 game to Jacksonville State. Vandy, they've lost the series to Oklahoma State, South Carolina, and Tennessee. I'm gonna go with Vandy.
Okay.
I feel like you're gonna go with Auburn.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Auburn. I think I mentioned them for my top 25 sneak pick or whatever. I don't know what you want. Yeah, I think they're gonna take it 2 out of 3. I think they're at home. I think they'll be able to take care of it. So the next game we got is James Madison at the College of Charleston. James Madison is 17-11. They're 4-2 in conference play. COC is 16-12. They're 4-2 in conference play. What do you think?
So for JMU, it's kind of hard not to talk about Chase DeLauder.
Yeah,
I mean we've talked about him before.
Yeah, he's going to be a very high draft pick, I'm thinking.
Yeah, he's nasty. He's going crazy. I thought you were going to pick him.
For what?
For your player for JMU.
Oh, he is.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, through 22 games, he's hit 430. He has a 574 on base percentage with 8 home runs and 35 RBIs. He also has 10 steals on the docket, which is crazy. My pitcher is going to be Liam McDonald.
Oh, McDonald.
Yeah. The redshirt senior, through 9 appearances, he has 6 starts. He's 4-0. He has a 2.10 ERA over 30 innings pitched with 26 Ks, so pretty solid for the lefty. Who do you have for the College of Charleston?
I have Trotter Harlan.
I have him as well.
Yeah, he's a junior infielder. He's hitting 298. He's got a 442 on base percentage, 24 walks, 11 stolen bases. This dude's going to be pushing the envelope on offense.
Yeah.
He'll be taking extra bases, getting into scoring position throughout the series.
My pitcher is going to be William Prevetti, the sophomore righty. Through 11 appearances, has 5 saves, over 28 and 2/3 innings pitched. He's posted a 0.63 ERA with 38 Ks. So dude's solid.
It's all right.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
I know who I'm picking.
I know who you're picking too. I'm really torn.
I'm going with CFC, obviously.
I knew you were.
They're my pick to win the conference.
I don't know, dude. I want to take College of Charleston because our buddy Johnny goes there, but
I went there.
Yeah, he went there, but I don't know, dude. James Madison's kind of hot coming into this.
They are. And they got Chase DeLauder.
They're 6-9 away though. I don't know. I guess. Oh God. I guess I'm gonna take James Madison. I'm sorry, Johnny. I'm taking JMU 2 out of 3.
Does it again.
I know.
Goes against blood.
Yeah.
2 times.
I'm sorry. It is what it is, though. Next game we got is Nevada at UNLV.
Yeah, you moved on from that very quickly.
Nevada is 14-13. They're 7-4 in conference play. They're Brendan's Mountain West winner. UNLV is 20-9. They've won 6 straight. They're 11-1 in conference play, and they are my conference winner for the Mountain West. What do you think? Well, I know what you think. Who are your players to watch? Let's move to that.
Yeah, because I feel like it's obvious who we're gonna pick.
Yeah.
My squad versus your squad.
Yeah.
For Nevada, I'm gonna go. I'm not picking a player for UNLV because they suck.
Yeah. Well, they don't suck, but okay.
So for Nevada, I'm gonna go with Josh Zamora. He's a senior infielder, second baseman, third baseman. He's hitting 354 right now with a 1.198 OPS. So basically almost a 1.2 OPS.
Okay.
He's at 9 homers, 37 ribbies, and a 717 slug. Gotta like that 717.
That's pretty good. All right. Well, my hitter is going to be Joey Walls. He's played in 25 games. He has a 454 average. He's a 513 on base percentage. He has 7 home runs and 34 RBIs. My pitcher is going to be Josh Abera. Through 7 starts, he's 4-0. He has a 3.47 ERA over 36 1/3 innings pitched with 35 Ks. So I know you're taking Nevada. What do you think? 2 out of 3 sweep? What?
I'm going sweep.
You're insane.
Yeah, no, I am. I just said that for the meme. They're not going to sweep them.
No.
They're going to win 2 of 3.
They're not going to win 2 of 3. I was going to take the UNLV sweep, but they're 7-7 at home, so I'm going to take 2 out of 3. Let's move to your honorable mentions, and then I will go. This week, we're only going to do 2 since we did 6 weekend previews. So
my honorable mention games, which Connor has already talked about both of them, is number 18 Southern Miss at Charlotte.
That's going to be a good matchup.
It is. Charlotte is a good team. They're sitting at 17-11 right now, which is a pretty good record. Southern Miss is 20-8. They have a better record, obviously. They're sitting at number 18. I really like Southern Miss a lot. I'm going to go with them in this series.
Okay. I think that's a good pick.
Yeah. And then we got Clemson at number 3, Notre Dame.
13 Notre Dame.
What did I say?
3.
Number 13.
Don't give them all that credit.
Number 13 Notre Dame. I don't know, man. I want to pick Clemson, but I think they stink. I'm gonna go with the Fighting Irish.
Okay. Well, my honorable mentions. My first one, Davidson at VCU. Davidson is 22-5.
Do you know what VCU stands for?
Virginia Commonwealth University. VCU is 15-12.
They're just testing you.
They're 2-1 in conference play. That's fair. I'm gonna take Davidson 2 out of 3 here. They're the hotter team. They only have played 2 away games though, which scares me and is the reason I'm not taking the sweep. My next one is Florida Gulf Coast at Liberty. Florida Gulf Coast is 20-9. They're 7-2 in conference play. Liberty is 17-10. They're 4-5 in conference play. I'm taking Florida Gulf Coast here, 2 out of 3. I like the Eagles, so I think they're going to take it. Neither one of these teams are really that hot coming into this. Florida Gulf Coast 4-4 in their last 8. Liberty's 3-5, but I think Florida Gulf Coast will take it.
Yeah, Liberty hasn't been looking entirely great the past few weeks.
No. Any final thoughts?
No.
I do have one. Yeah. So Brendan's shirt is apparently supposed to be coming today.
Yeah.
So if that happens, we will finally be picking our teams on Tuesday. Hopefully. Well, on Monday, but you guys will see it Tuesday. So hopefully that happens. I've had my shirt for a while.
Like 3 weeks.
I just wear it at my house in my basement so no one sees.
While you're watching games.
Yeah. But all right. With all that being said, let's say goodbye and make sure to follow us on Spotify.
Let's say goodbye.
Give us that 5-star rating. Subscribe on YouTube. Hit the thumbs up.
Hit the bell for notification. /ring the bell for notification.
Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Omaha Dreams Pod. Have a great weekend.
Have a good one.
Watch some baseball.
Yeah. Look. Going through changes. Boy meets world, no Korea Topanga. Environment's getting dangerous. Corner boys rock corner stores plus game bangers. Settle scores with turf wars all in the name of street signs, but in my mind is petty anger. I sympathize with most guys trying to get their weight up. Pockets dry, guess it's time to rob a stranger. Capitalism trained us. Power of the dollar is power, so can you blame us? So my ambitions aren't all that crazy. On top of that, TV raised me. So most of my views and attitudes are fuck you, pay me. And chase the tail of beautiful ladies. Man, it's amazing how lines recorded inside mama's basement can bring me close to an oasis. You know, as a youth back in 02, life was a zoo. 3 bed, 1 bad, 8 under 1 roof. Drug abuse, blind to the truth. Youngest of the troops had a short fuse. Now I spit fires in the booth, rapping over loops like Stella. Watch a nigga groove, let a nigga loose. It's simply the truth. I swear to God, he eat you whack.